Alright guys, this is my pea puffer tank. I've shown this a while ago, and this is the update. Now I have endlers living with them. It started as feeder fish for them because they like to eat fish, but ended up with companions for them, I guess. As you can see, the baby tears have been removed. What's left of them is right there. I don't know if you can see very well, but it's like right there. I've put in a lot more Java moss because it gives different spots, like down here. It gives a nice little shaded spot, kind of secluded, pretty neat. I'm using Indian almond leaves still in this tank with them because, I mean, they are from any other pea puffers. They like that nice water, so I try to keep them the same way I would my bettas. So yeah, these guys are doing pretty good. I'm trying to get, he's moving so quick. That's one of the male endlers that is in there with them. These guys have been pretty dope. They've been full of all sorts of personality. And actually what I'm going to go ahead here and do is, I've got a turkey baster. This is what I've been using for the bloodworms sometimes when they're farther down. So let's see about getting, let's get a bunch of these. Alright, so what's pretty neat is that, you see there's one on the tip right there. The endlers, I just go in like this and I take it down, and you can see these guys. Everybody, they know it's a feast. And what's interesting is the second I use the baster, they're in there. See? But yeah, it's pretty, they're pretty cool. They've been loving these black worms. They have, look at, they already got little poochy bellies. They have let's get some more of these smaller ones. So what's funny is these endlers really like them, so I like to give them to the endlers as the occasional meals for these endlers. Otherwise they get flakes, but this is really healthy for them, really good. I mean, look at her. She he knocked her up and she's all ballooned. What's even funnier is watching these smaller females. They're all ballooned, but that's straight up from eating the bloodworms. But yeah, they go pretty good. Pardon the streaks on the glass there. I got a little water. I did a water change before this. But yeah, look, look at that gorgeous coloring. That coloring is amazing. So yeah, they're pretty dope. They one's usually darker and the other's lighter. I think I don't know. I think it might be a dominance thing. I don't know. If you know, let me know, because I've not found anything on that. But you can see his colors are bright. Look at the yellow finnage. I mean, gorgeous. They're so neat. And then of course, you know, that pretty endler. So there's literally only a couple male endlers, and there's a bunch of females, as you can see. which I don't have a problem with because they're gonna make babies, and when they make babies, what I am figuring is they puffers are gonna eat some of them, so that's, you know, good nutritious food for them. But the other is, I really love those endlers, like they're pretty cool. So I'll change the water often in here. And this guy here is my a mono shrimp. He's still doing here. His buddy died, but he's still kicking. You can see that his vein goes straight all the way through. He's pretty cool though. He's got great coloration. He's gotten bigger. He's molted about 3 or 4 times already. Oh, there's one of the females getting into it. They're looking for worms, more worms now. But yeah, as I was saying, they're doing real good. He's the only one that survived the grass shrimp, or the mono shrimp, excuse me. I had some grass shrimp in here, but they all got ate. You can see the plethora of shells down here. Those are all eating shells from these guys. I feed them tons of snails. They have plenty of snails, and then you've got my temperature right there. It stays between 75 and 79. That's how I keep that's how I keep all my tanks. They're usually between 75 and 79. Minus a couple betta tanks that I keep at room temperature. But yeah, these guys are pretty dope. They're fiends. They're all over the place. They love these black worms. These black worms, man, I usually keep 2 to 3 teaspoons for a few weeks. Generally it might last me close to a month. Get a local pet store. It's pretty cheap. So great way to feed these guys. They love it. As I said, I supplement them with these black worms every couple to few days. But I usually feed them these snails. I'll give them pieces of fish, or they like to eat grass shrimp too. They really like grass shrimp, the ghost shrimp, and that's pretty much what I give them on the daily. I've given them frozen krill. Wasn't their favorite, but they picked at it a little bit, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Yes, I do realize that I've got some death going on with these plants. What I found out is they need they found some that destroy these worms. They find them, it's gone, it's over. Look at that. There's some more worms hanging right there. But what's interesting is the Java moss does great. I mean, a lot of stuff does great in here, but I believe that's purple Luigia. I have to use additional plant food, or some additional plant nutrients or fertilizer in the water, and probably planted, in order for these to go well in this tank, because this is a nano tank. It's a smaller tank. Yes, I realize it's probably overstocked, but this fluval actually is pretty cool. It has a whole it's got 2 filter cartridges in it that run, and it's got a pretty strong pump, and it'll roll it, and then you get, you know, your water comes from there. So it's not bad. I like it. It's pretty hefty. It works real well. I mean, and you got the doors back here you open, and then that's the filter area. You can see that. Yeah, 1 cartridge, and you got the other one. So and then I got the heater run through, and then that's the heater in the back. It's just a simple one that, you know, for small aquariums. It's for you know, they call it betta aquariums, whatever. I use it in this. It keeps it tempered throughout every. I mean, it stays the same exact temperature. Does not fluctuate at all, which is good. And then I started finding these pea puffers were doing going around the glass and everything. So what I actually did was I took a 10-gallon, see that 10-gallon background, and I actually taped it there so you can see in the background in the back. And they do not glass chase or glass, you know, surf as much as they used to. So that's one of the things I added. The other thing I'm doing is I'm probably gonna pull these Luigi out, pull them out, and I'm gonna put a fake do a fake suction cup plant with some leafiness here that goes around and will hang down, because I do not like the white spot. That's why I planted the Luigi right in the middle. But I mean, whatever. It's you know, you learn. I don't do much for planted besides, you know, Amazon sword, you know, Java moss, Java fern. That's generally, it's just the, you know, the basic, the beginner stuff, the easy stuff. Yeah, fish waste, they're gonna grow. Any sort of light, they're gonna grow. So, but yeah, I mean, the other stuff started thriving. So I'm probably gonna pull these guys and set them up in my 55 that's downstairs for the grow out tank. So maybe I can get these guys back into, you know, shape and get them growing nice and pretty again. And that way, I really like the plants, they're pretty, but I guess they're just not for this aquarium. And honestly, I don't want to dose anything in here with these guys, especially with the pea puffers. I like how everything is, so I'm probably just gonna do, I don't like doing fake plants in this one. I like having the live because they, you know, add with the filtration. It's a smaller overstock tank, so it kind of helps with that. But I guess what will be needed is I'm gonna do that fake plant, like I said. You can find them in the reptile apartment, and they're like different sizes, but they hang them on the back, and they work really well in tanks. I have one in my 75 cichlid tank, an extra large one, and here it would just be a small one. It'll come down and kind of just occupy the space, gives, you know, a safe haven for, you know, the endlers and the endler fry and whatever. Hence why I started putting more Java moss in here and creating, you know, this is a nice free zone, and then come down here, it's, you know, a little bit dimmer somewhere. It gives a little different variation, seeming that this is a smaller, you know, little ecosystem. So, but thanks for watching, y'all. I appreciate the views and the watches. Pretty cool. I like to share this stuff. So, yep, y'all take it easy.